Hey everybody, it's Jimmy here from Explore the Force. Are you like me? Did you ever wonder what happened after Return of the Jedi? After this? Well, Marvel Comics has just finished its 12-issue run of Star Wars Battle of Jakku. This comic series intertwines itself into the Aftermath series written by Chuck Wendig in 2015 through 2017, which goes into greater detail of the behind-the-scenes of the Emperor's last command and how that explains the devastation on the planet of Jakku in the opening of the sequel trilogy, The Force Awakens. This new comic series was written by Alex Sakura and had many talented artists bring some of our favorite characters and some new characters to life for us. This story is broken down into 3 acts, with each act having 4 chapters/comics. Let's dive into Act 1, Insurgency. This act opens with a battle between remnants of the Empire and a squadron of New Republic ships in the Anoat system. It quickly switches gears to the forest moon of Endor, where Leia is saying goodbye to Vader as he burns on the pyre. Our original trilogy heroes quickly get sent or called to different missions as the fledgling New Republic tries to establish some sense of order and control over the galaxy. The readers are then given Governor Ubric Adelhard's backstory to set the tone on how, shall we say, dedicated our antagonist is to the Empire. As a young man, Ubric was a stormtrooper that quickly moved up the ranks until one decision to gas an entire planet instead of invading caught the eye of the Emperor and Lord Vader. Vader arrived shortly thereafter to promote Ubric to the governor of the system. Vader tells him that the Emperor has great plans for him. These words will drive this man to the very end. The governor gives a speech to his troops and his system explaining that the propaganda machine of the rebels is spreading lies about the demise of the Emperor and the fall of the Empire. The next comic introduces a slew of characters, old and new, to the reader. The Acolytes of the Beyond, Darkside worshippers, Bib Fortuna as the new leader of the cartel on Tatooine. He isn't quite as plump as he will be by the time the events of the Book of Boba Fett happen. Grand Admiral Sloane and Gallius Rax, both important characters in the Aftermath series. The politicking, the spying, and the war take center stage as Leia and Mon Mothma organize a team of rebel spies. Kes Dameron, Poe's father, Rin Zanat, Jarek Yeager, same guy from Resistance, Tharissa Alern, are sent into the Anoat system to gain intel. Even more new players are introduced as Ziva Bliss, leader of the Kijimi Spice Runners, shows up to make a deal with Bib Fortuna. That meeting doesn't go well and results in Ziva teaming up with Governor Adelhard for an unsteady and unexpected alliance. Luke senses something in the Force and heads off to find an ancient relic where he encounters the Acolytes of the Beyond for the first time. Not really sure what to make of this group. They have no Force abilities, just a blind allegiance to the dark side. However, what they lack in ability, they make up for in violence.
The next chapter is a hodgepodge of events. The Spice Runners capture Leia's covert operatives and they are placed in the brig. Meanwhile, Adelhard has a lot of people vying for his attention. Reyna Oscora, an Azadi female that is the ambassador for the Acolytes of the Beyond, and we find out Adelhard's lover. Adelhard's trusted lieutenant Kith Atalia, who we find out is actually a sleeper agent for the New Republic, tries to sway Adelhard without giving away her secret identity, which Reyna seems to already have suspect. Kith slips away from the command station to free the group that had been captured spying. This comic ends with them being cornered by Adelhard's menacing right hand, Commander Brogg, and an Inquisitor. When all seems lost at the beginning of the final chapter of Act 1, Luke Skywalker shows up to save the day. He quickly defeats the would-be Inquisitor that turns out to be Reyna. Luke sends the infiltration team to the loading dock while he goes looking for Adelhard to end his tyranny before it claims any more innocent lives. He walks into a trap and defeats a large number of stormtroopers while trying to capture them off alive, ends up getting more of a fight than he bargained for. Luke is still figuring things out, as this is almost immediately after the events of the Return of the Jedi. Balancing his power and respect for all life puts him in harm's way. He ends up kind of defeating Adelhard and takes off for the ship that is about to escape. Just as all seems lost, hero of the rebellion, General Lando Calrissian, shows up and causes enough damage and chaos to help the New Republic members and Jedi escape from the Imperial Star Destroyer and safely make the jump to hyperspace and get back to Chandrila, the new capital of the Republic.